Welcome back to Nightly Nonsense, where we make some sense out of the nonsense. Talked about last night, do you have a passion? Has God laid a passion on your heart for something? Then it becomes about, what do you do with that passion? Right? There are a lot of people walking around with a burning passion. I could tell you lots of stories of people who God has given them a passion for something, a desire to see something. They've gone to their church, right? And their church has said, yeah, we don't really have that passion. We don't really understand. Of course you don't. You don't have the passion because it's just right there in front of you. Like it's just coming to you. Right? Can you imagine a king who doesn't have a blacksmith going, yeah, I don't really have a passion to have a blacksmith. You need one, right? We need this ministry. If God gives us, if someone is part of the body and God gives them a passion for something, then our job is to come up alongside them. And that's really the crux of what I wanted to talk to you about this week, right? There are really two ways, right, to do kingdom work, right? The first one is that the kingdom sets the agenda, the purpose, the plan, the passions, what's going to happen. So the king can walk out and can say, hey, we need farms here, we need knights here, we need blacksmiths here, we need farriers here, we need thatchers here, we need woodworkers here, we need ironworkers here, we need all this stuff, right? We need all this, and so we're going to go out, we're going to find people to fulfill these. We build it, and then we go find the people to do it, right? That happens in church ministry most of the time. We sit around, we talk about, we need a youth ministry. So we build a youth ministry, right? Get it all ready. And we go find the person to lead our youth ministry, which means that we got to go to them and say, listen, do you have, a desire to do what we tell you to do? How we tell you to do it? We've got the plan. We've got the purpose. We just want you to fulfill it. That's the normal. We need a women's Bible study. Okay, what are we going to teach? We're going to teach on this, right? What time is it going to be? It's going to be Monday nights at 7 o'clock. Okay, Monday nights at 7. Excellent. Right? Who are we going to invite? We're going to invite all the women in our church, or just single moms, or we're going to, whatever it is, right? We figure it out. And then we say, okay, who's going to teach it? And we say, we got the whole plan. We got your resources. You just got to come, use the resources, and teach it. There's no part of it that necessarily means the person teaching has to have a passion for it. They just have to agree to do it. We go find a person, we put them in a position, and we give them all the things that they need to be successful. King David, had a passion to build the temple. He couldn't do it. God said, nope, you're a man with blood on his hands, a man, right, of fighting. So you're not going to do it for me. Your son is going to do it. So what did David do? He went out, right? He got the plans for it, and he got all the stuff that Solomon's going to need to build it. And he said, okay, Solomon, now build it. Build it this way. Moses did that. A lot of what Joshua accomplished, Moses set forth and said, hey, you got to do it this way. You got to be ready for this. It's what happens in church most of the time. Hey, we got a pastoral role. We need this. So we go out, we find somebody to do it. And they do our job description. Again, I remember a friend of mine applying for a pastoral position, right? And in that pastoral position, it said, hey, we expect that you're going to sit in the office these hours. You're going to be in the office. That's where we want you. We want your presence in the church. But people just happen to stop by, those kind of things, you're going to be there. But that wasn't what he had a passion for. He wanted to go out and visit and build and do all these things. Well, if you agree to the job description, that's what you need to do. They didn't say, hey, what's your passion? They said, hey, here's what you need to do, right? So again, that's step one. Step one is you can decide, is this a kingdom thing? Right? Did the king decide this is what we're going to do? This is how we're going to do it? Are you in a corporate ministry where all you have to do is be the body to take the resources and use them? I just got to walk into a Sunday school room and teach a bunch of third graders. Right? I just need to go into this classroom and teach about finances to these people. They gave me the curriculum. They gave me the time. They gave me the place. They gave me the date. They gave me all the things. I just got to go in and talk about it. It's great because I don't have to have a passion for it necessarily. I just got to be able to do it, right? It looks eerily similar to the secular world, right? Where that's what happens. I go get a job. They give me everything I need. I just got to do the job the way that they want it done, right? So again, do you think that that's the way that God works? Right? That he's just going to tell you what you need to do. Right? That is most of the time, we can have a passion for Jesus, but not a passion for what we're doing. Right? That is God isn't calling you necessarily. Now we're gonna put some prayer into it. We're gonna say like, hey, you need to pray about whether you should do this, but we really think you should do this. Right? But is it really about that individual relationship, you and God building a relationship, Jesus showing you the gifts, the talents that you were created with? I want you to chew on that. I'm going to give you the flip side of that tomorrow night, right here, Nightly Nonsense.